Hallo, wij gaan vandaag een aantal vragen stellen aan onze nieuwe commandant. Dus hier een korte introductie. Hi, hello. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. It is nice to be here.
Yeah. Can you introduce yourself for a bit?
I can try and do that. My name is Bente Gundersen, which becomes Gundersen in Dutch, I think. I'm from Norway, and I'm 54 years old.
And what is your role inside the Salvation Army here?
I'm what is called the territorial commandant, which means I'm the leader for the Salvation Army in Netherlands, Czechia and Slovakia.
That's great.
Thank you.
So, first of all, we have a few more questions to get to know you. A few would you rather questions. So, they're not too serious.
Okay.
Would you rather be sneezing all the time or always have the hiccups?
That's a difficult one. I think sneezing, actually.
Next, we have, would you rather be deaf without legs or be blind without arms?
That's even more difficult. I think I do the last one, blind without arms. I think it's worse not hearing than not seeing, actually.
Would you rather be able to fly or never have to sleep?
Never have to sleep.
What would you do every time?
Yeah. Oh, that's a good question. I could always do something. I kind of like to sleep, so I don't know. Maybe flying.
Yeah. Would you rather always have to eat salty snacks or always eat sweet snacks?
Oh, salty. I like that better.
Would you rather never have to do the dishes or never have to do the laundry?
Oh, dishes, definitely.
You don't like the dishes?
No.
Would you rather go camping or stay in a hotel?
I think I'm getting old, so it will be the hotel.
Yeah, I get that. Would you rather live in a city or in a village?
Somewhere in between, but we'll go for the village.
Where do you live now?
Almere-Bouten. So it's somehow
Bit of
a bit of both, yeah.
Okay. Would you rather never eat pizza or never eat chips?
Never eat chips, that's easy.
Then we have the last one.
Yeah.
Would you rather pray every day or read from the Bible every day?
I don't think they are very good opposites somehow. So a bit of both, but probably praying and hoping the Bible is already inside me.
Yeah, well, that's a good answer. Okay, so for the next we have some yes or no and multiple choice questions. And for the multiple choice we have 3 options, A, B and C.
Yep.
And well, I'll read them to you.
Good.
So first of all, how many inhabitants do you think the Netherlands have?
Yep.
A is 15.3 million, B 17.8 million, or C 19.2 million.
Oh, that's a good one. Well, let's have a bit of fun and go for B.
That's correct. Yes. What do we celebrate on the 5th of December? Is that A, Sinterklaas,
Yep.
B, Christmas, or C, Bevrijdingsdag?
It's A, I think.
Oh, how do you know that?
I think I did it, or someone told me.
Yeah, yes, it is. Which snack is most popular with fries? Is that A, frikandel, B, croquette, or C, Mexicano?
I think it must depend on the person. This is much more Netherlands than it has to be the croquette.
No, actually it's A, frikandel.
I have no doubt.
And you're allowed to taste that in a second.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. The last one.
Yep.
How late does the average Dutch family eat?
Okay.
Is that A, 5 o'clock, B, 6 o'clock, or C, 7 o'clock?
Oh, well, we'll go with 6 o'clock.
That's correct. Yeah.
I think it was in the language lesson.
Yeah, well done.
Well, we have some Dutch snacks and food in front of us. So I'm gonna lay these cards down. We have drop, hopjes, bolognese, hagelslag, biggetjes, and frikandel. And now you can pick one of the plates,
Okay.
Taste it, and guess what the correct name is of it. So
it will be a sort of elimination then, I think.
yeah, it's a guessing game.
Yeah.
So where do you want to start?
That's a good question. I think we'll start with the frikandel.
That one?
Yeah. I think. Is this one?
Yeah.
Okay. Taste.
Yeah, you can taste it.
I will taste it. We are missing the chips.
Chips? Yeah. Yeah. But this is the most popular snack beside the fries here in the Netherlands. So
And what would you say it's made of?
it's meat.
In some sort or the other?
So what do you think of it?
Oh, I like it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I do.
We also have something called frikandel speciaal. And that's well the same thing, but then cut through the middle and then with mayonnaise, curry, and some onions on it. So yeah,
Good.
That's frikandel.
It's frikandel. Okay, next.
What do you want to try next?
Are we going through taste or are we going through some other things? Let's do this biggest one first.
What do you think it is?
I think it is hagelslag,
Hagelslag?
as far as I know. Which is very Dutch.
It's very Dutch. Yeah, that's
Somehow.
true. Yeah.
And very sweet. Good.
Yeah. It's yeah, most popular with bread or as breakfast or as lunch. So yeah, little chocolate sprinkles.
Chocolate sprinkles,
Yeah.
good for your blood sugar, or not. Or not. We'll put it there, okay. So, elimination's going on.
So
Now, I think this one must be drop. Is it? No, it's hopjes.
hopjes, yeah,
Yep.
it's written on top of it.
Yeah, it is actually. So what is that?
It's a little
Coffee hopje.
Yeah, it tastes like coffee and it's hard candy.
So hard candy, so if I'm smart, I'm not going to eat it now since I'm talking to you.
You could do, yeah.
I'll save it and hope for the best.
You could also try it now and then.
We take a break.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see. Let's see how we do it. Okay, let's do that. And coffee.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But now we need the break, I think.
Yeah.
Good, good. Should we continue?
Yeah, sure. What do you want to try next?
Now I'm wondering why something of this is called bolognese.
Yeah, one of these is indeed called bolognese.
So, guessing, I would think it's the chips. Yeah. Is it?
It is. It's in bolognese flavors actually.
Exactly. So, tasting. Well, somehow tastes more paprika pepper than bolognese, maybe. Good?
Yeah. Great. So now we have only two left.
Well, which one is not?
Yeah, one is very Dutch, drop, and the other one is also Dutch, but not the typical candy. Like, drop is something people would bring to other countries as a gift from the Netherlands.
Okay.
Same as hagelslag actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then I'm gonna guess that this is drop.
Yeah, it is. Do you want to try that one first then?
Of course.
Yeah.
I'll take the one that looks like a drop as well. That's licorice, I think.
Yeah.
Dutch and the Finnish, the Icelandic and the Norwegians, we like licorice as well.
Oh.
Even salt
Oh, I
one.
didn't know that.
Well, there you go.
That's great.
And very nice.
Yeah.
Good.
And we have lots of different types of licorice.
Yep.
Like I think this, yeah,
Sweet, salt,
Yeah.
Sugary.
yeah. So,
Good.
we have the last one left. It's biggetjes. Some
Biggetjes.
little pigs.
Little pigs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you look at it, they,
They look like,
yeah,
or they do.
little pig.
Little pig. Nice little pig.
Yeah.
Okay, tasting. Cherry, I think.
Yeah, they have different flavors actually.
think
Like
this one is
the
cherry.
jelly part on the ears is also,
Something else.
yeah, different colors. You also have monkeys, apenkoppen, and they taste. They have a yellow head, and that tastes like banana, and then ears with licorice in it. So.
Okay.
Yeah, this brand mainly makes candy shaped like animals. So apenkoppen, biggetjes. Yeah.
Good. Thank you.
Did you like it?
I did. It's a nice, slightly eclectic combination.
What thing did you like the most?
I think the drop.
Drop?
Yeah. And least I'm not a super big meat eater always.
Yeah.
I'm not always fond of the sweetest, so this is good.
Yeah. Great.
Good. Great pick. Thank you.
So we have a few questions for you about Salvation Army. Is how did you enter and when did you enter the Salvation Army?
This will be a slightly long answer, so feel free
fine.
to stop me or to ask more. My family is not Salvation Army, and when I was a teenager, I decided I didn't believe in God, so I was not active in the church, and I was an atheist, so I was quite active in trying to convince people not to believe. Then I started to train as a teacher. And I got some Christian friends, so I had to kind of think a bit differently about being a Christian, because I used to think that if you are a Christian, you are either stupid or weak, or something is not quite right with you. Now it's not so nice to think like that about your friends, so somehow that started the process in me. So I became a Christian when I was 22, something like that. And then I started to walk around because my good Christian friends were all active in different kinds of churches. So I went around and tried to find out where I should belong. So then when I came to the Salvation Army, which was a very small one in the place I studied, I just knew when I came there looking for maybe somewhere to be that this is my home.
That's great.
It is great,
Yeah.
and it's a conviction, a feeling that I still have.
That's awesome to hear. Yeah.
So it's a good one.
Yeah.
And it's possible even when sometimes it's a bit comforting for people because sometimes we think that when we invite friends, everything needs to be very good or very big or very something, but not always.
That's great. And how did you reach the function you have now? Because, well, it's not just one step, of course.
I've been an officer in the Salvation Army. That was, my life kind of changed when I became a Christian. So I became a soldier, and less than 2 years after I was in the training college, being educated to be an officer in the Salvation Army. So I've done different kinds of things, many of them in the training of officers, both in Norway and also in 3 different African countries. And I've done some other functions at home. And then you know that in the Salvation Army we are appointed as officers. And when you are the territorial leader or the chief secretary, it is the general in London that actually says that you need to go. So he did. So here I am.
Yeah. Great to have you here. And if you could choose any place within the Salvation Army to be for one day,
Okay.
where would that be?
I think then I wanted to go back to Rwanda, to Kigali, and to see the Salvation Army again and meet some of my good colleagues and friends.
That's great.
Yeah.
And how do you see yourself in 20 years from now on?
Since I'm a bit old, I will then be retired, actually, and probably living in Norway, I'm imagining.
Yeah. And any specific idea for?
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll
Nice
see.
place to live, hopefully close to some nature or something like that.
Yeah, that's awesome. And how do you see the Salvation Army in 5 years?
Here in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
I think we need to continue to find ways of connecting to the neighborhoods and the people we are placed in. And I think we need to ask ourselves how we can do that in the best possible way.
Yeah.
And I also think we need to continue to ask how do we make the Salvation Army a good place to be for more people, and definitely for more young people.
And do you have specific ideas or things that you say, like, we should stop doing this or we should add doing other things?
Yeah, I think my way of leading is not that I don't think I have all the good ideas and all the answers. I don't think that's possible. I think the God has given us places and directions to go in. But I think it's important for us to dare to try, to do different things, and sometimes they will work, which is great. Sometimes they will not, and that is also great, because if we don't try, nothing happens.
Yeah.
So I think we need to try, we need to be a bit brave, and to listen and hear after what people are saying, young people are saying, what does the Salvation Army need to be like for us to be happy to come?
Yeah.
And know more about God, more about the fellowship that we actually have.
Yeah. And you said some things about youth already. How do you see the Salvation Army youth here and their connection with the Salvation Army in general?
I don't know, I haven't been there so long yet, only 2 months. So I don't know the answers probably, and maybe it's not quite possible, but I think if it is like here, if it is here like it is many other places in Europe, there is a bit of a gap or a distance between young people and the more established, traditional and older Salvation Army. Sometimes that works well. In some course you kind of find a way of having a good time together and finding the good way. But sometimes it is a true gap.
Yeah.
And we need to do something to build over that gap. We need the bridges.
Yeah.
And we need people like you probably to help other people to see, okay, this is a bridge and we need to do something about that. When I meet any young people from the Salvation Army here and the people working with it, it's a good energy and a good hope, I think. So we'll continue to pray and to hope that it will actually release some energy and some things happening.
Yeah, that's great. And we were talking, well, without cameras before, but what do you think of the uniform here?
I think, in general, I think the uniform for the Salvation Army is the point of the uniform is a very good one, and we need not to forget that, because it makes us visible and it makes us seem bigger in the way than we actually are. Because if you see a uniform or you see a shield out on the street, people will connect that with the Salvation Army. Yeah. And that makes it quite a strong testimony and quite a strong reminder. So the function of the uniform is good, and at the same time we need to make sure that it works for people. Yeah. Because it's people who carry them, and people need to be comfortable and find good uniform things to use to do whatever they do in their ministry. Yeah, sounds great. And what do you see as the uniform? I think it's an interesting grammatical difference between a uniform and the uniform, possibly. Because the uniform might well be interpreted as the uniform we wear in official, which is also a good thing. All priests and all Christians sometimes use garments to mark what they are and what kind of ministry that is there. And that is the formal uniform, and it's a good one for many occasions. But to be uniformed is to be recognized. Yeah. And to be uniformed is also to be together recognized as something.
Yeah.
So to get recognized as the Salvation Army is also a uniformed Salvation Army. And then there are many long and interesting discussions concerning uniform, but the point is, what do we want it to say? In a way. So the uniform, we have it, we use it, and many are very happy about it. And then we also need to find ways of being uniformed, which is being together, being united, being one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And being recognizable is also like possible with these kind of hoodies.
Can
or
be.
shirts.
Yeah, absolutely.
Without wearing the official.
And also the Salvation Army shield in Netherlands is also such a strong and well-known symbol.
Yeah. Sure.
That you have a great benefit in that here as well.
Yeah. Is there anything you want to say to the youth from the Salvation Army here in the Netherlands?
I think I want to say maybe the same thing that I can say to anybody, and that is that I hope and I pray that wherever you are, whether you are in a small place with not many others or together with some more, that you will feel that the hope that God has given us and the joy and the love is part of your life, and that I will continue to pray for that, and that more people will also come into contact with you and with God through that.
Great words. Yeah.
That's a prayer for us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great words. Jullie bedankt voor het kijken en mochten jullie meer vragen hebben voor Bente, laat het gerust weten door social media. Neem contact met ons op, neem contact met Bente zelf op, kan via Facebook en ja, dat.
Dankjewel.
Doei doei!